Welcome to Curious Minds English.
Hi, guys. Good to see you again. Thanks for spending your time with us today.
If you are new here, this channel is an easy English podcast about science, nature, history, and life.
We speak slowly, we use simple words, and we explain difficult ideas step by step.
So you can relax, enjoy the story, and improve your English listening at the same time.
If you like this style, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And turn on the notification bell so you do not miss our new episodes.
Okay, Chris, what is today's topic? You said it is a little scary.
Yes, today's topic sounds scary, but it is also very interesting. It is about cannibalism.
Cannibalism? That is when a person eats another person, right?
Yes. When humans eat human meat, we call it cannibalism. It is a hard and dark topic, but today we talk about it as science and history.
So we are not trying to shock people. We just want to understand why it happened in history.
Exactly. And we will also talk about why groups of man eating people probably did not exist in the way many stories say.
First, I want to know about the word. Where does the word cannibal come from?
Good question. The word cannibal comes from the name of a people in the Caribbean Sea. Long ago, Christopher Columbus went to the New World.
He thought he arrived in India, right?
Yes, he was confused. He met local people there. Some European people called one group Carib. Over time, this name changed in European languages and became cannibal,
So first it was just a name of a tribe, a group of people.
right? Later, some people in Europe heard stories that this group ate humans. The stories spread, and the word cannibal became a general word for man-eater.
But many of those first stories were not true, right?
Yes, many stories were rumors or lies, so the word cannibal started from a misunderstanding.
But did people really eat other people in history? Or is it only in horror movies?
There were real cases in history. Archaeologists, scientists who study old bones and tools found evidence.
What kind of evidence?
For example, in a cave in England, they found very old human bones about 14,000 years old. Some skulls were cut and shaped like bowls.
Like bowls to drink or eat from?
Yes, the shape and marks on the bones show that people cleaned the skulls and used them, maybe in a ritual. It suggests that people sometimes ate human flesh in ceremonies.
Wow, so not every day, but in special events.
Exactly. Cannibalism was often part of rituals, funerals, or extreme situations, not daily life.
You said extreme situations? What do you mean?
Sometimes people ate human flesh when they had no other food and wanted to survive. For example, there were times of war or very strong hunger.
Like when there was no crop, no animal, nothing to eat.
Yes. One famous case is a plane crash in the Andes Mountains in the 1970s. The survivors had almost no food for a long time.
I think I heard that story. Some people ate the bodies of friends who had already died so that the others could live.
That's right, it was not because they liked it. It was a very hard choice in a life or death situation.
But many people imagine something different. They imagine a group that always eats humans, like a man-eating tribe.
Yes, like in old adventure stories. So we can ask, did a cannibal race really exist in human evolution?
What do scientists think?
Many anthropologists who study humans and culture say no. They say There were cannibal acts, but not a whole group that ate humans every day as their main food.
Why not?
There are three main reasons. Hunting the same species is difficult, it is not very good nutrition, and it is very dangerous for disease.
Let's take them one by one. First, hunting is difficult.
Yes, think about it. Humans are smart. We can run, we can plan, we can fight back.
So, hunting another human is not like hunting a deer or a rabbit.
Exactly. It takes a lot of time and energy to catch someone who has the same kind of brain and body as you.
So, from an energy point of view, it is not a good deal.
Right. If you use a lot of energy to hunt, but the food you get is small, it is a bad strategy for survival.
Okay, so second point nutrition. What about that?
A human body has calories, of course. One scientist tried to estimate the calories in different parts of the human body. The number is big if you look only at one person.
So, one body has a lot of energy. That sounds like good food, no?
It sounds like that, but we must compare. Another big animal, like a mammoth in the Ice Age, has many, many more calories. One mammoth could feed a group for weeks or months.
And one human body can only feed a small group for a short time.
Yes. So, for a group that wants to live for a long time, hunting large animals is a much better option. It gives more food for the same or less effort.
Let me say that again in a simple way. If you want to survive, it is smarter to hunt big animals than to hunt other humans.
Perfect summary.
And the third reason is disease, right?
Yes. This is maybe the most important reason. When you eat meat from the same species, there is a high risk of infection.
Infection means germs, like bacteria and viruses, enter your body and cause disease.
Exactly. Many germs are good at moving between bodies of the same species. So if humans eat human flesh, it is easy for strange diseases to spread.
That sounds very dangerous for a small tribe.
It is. There is a famous example from Papua New Guinea. A group called the Four People used to eat parts of the bodies of their dead family members in a funeral ritual.
So it was a way to say goodbye, a cultural practice.
Yes, but sadly, it caused a very serious brain disease called kuru. People with kuru could not stand well. Their bodies shook a lot, and finally, they died.
And this disease came from eating the brain, right?
That is what scientists think. The brain had a strange kind of protein called a prion. It damaged the brain of the people who ate it.
So the ritual was full of love, but it brought a deadly disease.
Yes. After scientists understood this, they explained it to the people, and the ritual stopped. The number of new kuru cases went down.
So if a group ate humans every day, they would have many diseases very quickly.
That's right. Over many generations, groups that did strong daily cannibalism would probably die out. They could not continue.
So from evolution's point of view, cannibalism is a bad long-term strategy.
Exactly. That is why many scientists say there were acts of cannibalism. But there was no stable cannibal race that lived only by eating humans.
Let me try to recap today's story. So, the word cannibal came from the name of a Caribbean group and then changed to mean man-eater.
Yes, and many early stories were full of fear and rumor, not always facts.
In history, some people did eat human flesh, but usually in special situations. For example, in rituals, in funerals, or in times of extreme hunger, like a plane crash or a long war.
Right. But scientists say it was not a normal, everyday habit for a whole people.
Because hunting humans is hard. Human meat is not the best food in the long term, and it is very risky for disease.
Exactly. And diseases like Kuru show how dangerous it can be when people eat parts of other humans, especially the brain.
Before we finish, can we talk about some words from today's episode?
Sure, that is great for English learners.
First, cannibalism. How can we explain it simply?
Cannibalism is when an animal eats another animal of the same kind. When a human eats human meat, that is human cannibalism.
Next, ritual.
A ritual is an action people do in a special way again and again, often for religion or culture. For example, a funeral ceremony is a ritual.
What about famine? You did not say this word, but we talked about strong hunger.
Famine is a time when there is almost no food in a large area. Many people do not have enough to eat.
Another word is calories.
Calories are a unit of energy in food. When we say this food has many calories, that we mean it gives a lot of energy to the body.
And finally, disease.
A disease is a problem in the body or mind. It can come from germs like viruses or from other causes. Kuru is an example of a brain disease.
Thanks. That makes the words much easier to remember.
You're welcome. And to everyone listening, you can pause, go back, and listen again if you want more practice.
So, Chris, how did you feel about today's topic? For me, it was scary, but also very interesting.
I feel the same. It is a dark topic, but it also shows how evolution and culture work together, and science helps us understand even difficult parts of human history.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
And tell us in the comments, what other strange or surprising topics from history do you want to hear in easy English?
Thank you for listening until the end.
See you next time on our English Listening Podcast.
Bye, everyone.